Hey, thanks for joining us here at Hanging Out with K-Dubs podcast. Tell us how we're doing, or maybe be in a future podcast episode. Hit us up at hangingoutwithkdubs at gmail.com. Up next, the latest episode. Thanks for listening. So, Geoff, you went for your CDL today. How'd that go?
Went all right. I didn't fail, but I passed my pre-trip and my skills test, but I didn't get to take the road test today. So,
Oops.
yeah. But
Well, I mean, passing your pre-trip and everything else, that's a good start.
oh yeah, for sure. The problem, well, we called the DMV the day before, and they told us, and I had them on speaker, and Austin Berg's with me, and we're listening on this, and they go, they ask, I go, what do you need for paperwork? And they said, just proof of insurance and proper sticker on the truck. Never said anything about the trailer. So
Oh.
we were just assuming, we didn't really think to look at it, and yeah, I got lined up and everything else, and poor Austin, I tore his whole truck in half because he asked me for insurance papers, so I'm going through every book he has, everything else, and just ripping this thing in half, but
It happens.
yeah.
Yeah, when you go for those, you got to make sure that all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, because
Yeah.
if it's not, they're going to hammer you.
Yeah.
You know.
I know a few people who work at the DMV, but I think they make sure you don't have a good day there.
What's government? You know?
Yeah.
They don't give a shit if you pass or fail.
No, you're just going to pay and come back again, so.
On to the next one.
Yeah.
They don't care.
No, I don't. But I just feel like they don't tell you everything, and I don't know if it's because they don't really know, or so. Like I have.
Well, I mean, they're going by the book, right?
Right.
Most of those people there that are giving the CDL test, they probably never driven a big rig in their life.
No,
You know,
absolutely.
they're just
not.
there to make sure that you're doing everything the right way.
Right. And the guy that gave me the test was very lenient with me, and
Well, that's a good thing.
he,
Because usually they're not that way.
Yeah, he just kind of did the question of, okay, maybe you should ask this or check this, and then okay. And then he goes, why don't you just repeat all of what I told you to me so I don't fail you? So
Well, I mean, at least he was nice enough to do that.
yeah. So
Most of the time, you get the guy that says, you didn't say the word cracked. You're failed.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
really?
Yeah. Which I watched a YouTube video on all this, and I can't read a book. I can read.
Well, you know, there is apps out there.
Oh, well, I guess that too, but
Because I have an app on my cell phone that helps me through the written part of the test.
right.
It's pretty legit.
Yeah, and I found for the written part, I went on, I think it was christcdl.com, and I did the practice test.
Shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah. So, which I do the practice test, and there's probably 50 different tests, but you can sit there and go through them. Well, I would go through, and if I didn't get 100%, I would keep retaking it until I got 100%, and I passed the written with flying colors.
Good for you.
Yeah, which sucked when I took the written, was right before the cutoff line before you had to take the course. So I went to the DMV the one day. I got there at 8 in the morning, and I had to sit in my truck until 3 o'clock until they told me that I couldn't come in anymore. So then, when I was at DeLong's at the time still too, the guy I was working with there, I told him, like, we need to get there at 5 and wait, because like this place is
So now, you're talking for your written?
yeah, this is for my written last year before that
Gotcha.
went into effect.
Gotcha. Because see, now you can make an appointment over in Rockford,
Yep.
and you can show up at, whatever your appointment time is. Boom. Do it right then and there.
Yep. Which
There's no wait in line.
for the
there's
written
no
you're
nothing.
talking to.
For the written.
Yeah, which would be awesome because we got there at 5 a.m. and there was like 7 or 8 people in front of us, and which is fine, And
Yep.
the guy, which if I ever see this guy again, I'm going to shake his hand. But he had a notepad and he goes, fill out your name and everything, so at least when they get there, they know who was here. So he passed it to everybody who came in. And after a while, like 7:30, 8 o'clock, this place is just packed. And
Oh, I'm sure.
as soon as they opened, everybody just crowded right to the door. me and my buddy looked at each other. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, and luckily this guy that made the list goes, no. I had everybody sign in. This is what it is. And the lady goes, oh, okay. Started naming off the names on here. All
Good
right.
for you.
I'm like, thank God, because this would have been
Been a long day.
Yeah. And I wasn't going to leave without a fight if I sat there for 3 hours.
I don't blame you.
Of course, the next place to sit, because you had to sit in line, was right next to the men's bathroom, so you already feel gross anyway.
Yeah, but you didn't have to go far.
Yeah. But still, I'm just like, no, this ain't happening.
And see, like me, I'm a terrible test taker. So when it comes to this written test, I mean, the way they word things,
Oh, I know.
and how they trick you, and then it has to be the most correct answer.
Yes.
I'm just terrible.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, I've been working on this for 6 months, you
Right.
know, and I don't feel like I'm any closer to passing than I was 6 months ago.
Well, and it just makes me mad because, you know, between you and I and pretty much all of our friends with an ag background, and I'm not being arrogant here, but I know we could, yes, I know that we could probably drive a truck better than 95% of the people.
You know,
that-
here's the thing. You're right. I mean,
Like-
we grew up in an ag community. We've both farmed,
Right.
have farms, still farming, whatever the case may be. We know how to operate equipment.
Right.
That's not something that's new to us.
Right, exactly.
You know, if it's a new piece, then okay, give me an hour.
Right.
You know,
We'll figure
or
it out.
2 hours or whatever. Yeah.
Give me a rundown, leave me by myself for a while. Come back later.
Don't hear the grinding
Yeah.
of the gears. You know.
Yeah, as soon as someone watches you is when I
Oh,
always
yeah,
screw up.
Screw up every time.
Yeah. No, I did a parallel park on the left-hand side, driver's side. If I ever have to do that again in my life, I'm not going to. I'll park a mile down the road and walk back and see what the hell they want.
My favorites where they're like, oh, you need to back up to this line because this is the dock, but don't go past the line.
Right.
You know how many trucks I've unloaded in my life where they just go, boom, there.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of weird because I heard that too, but the guy I had, he'd sit there and watch and just wave you, like when you were there,
No shit.
which in the written test it says you should have a spotter. So
It's true.
Yeah. I don't know why I got to do this by myself.
Hey, be my spotter.
Yeah,
will ya?
yeah, no kidding.
That's probably what I'll tell the guy when I get to that point.
Yeah,
Hey, just jump out and spot me.
Yeah.
That way I know don't
yeah,
cross the line.
exactly. It's common courtesy. It's kind of like when you pull up to a gate. The passenger guy has to be the one that gets out and
I
opens the
agree.
gate. I mean,
I
it's
agree.
just how it. Yeah, it's man law. It's just,
So what do you got to do to go back and finish it? then?
I just gotta do my driving. So I don't have to mess with the pre-trip. I don't have to mess with the skills or anything else. So that I'm not
Good.
too. Yeah, that I'm not too worried about. So yeah, but I'm sure he's ridden with a lot scarier people than me. But
Yeah, I mean, you know, you think about some of the people that come through them DMVs. Sometimes you wonder why they have a bad attitude. Just think about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
no.
know, now, I'm not saying it's right.
No.
I'm just saying.
yes,
You know.
yes, but no, and like I was telling you earlier, we'll tell these guys, but there was cops earlier when we were there, or when I was out testing, and my tester told me, he goes, I gotta get this guy out of the way, you know, you need to pull up there. Well, later on, Austin's dad, Geoff Berg, great man, let me borrow his truck. Shout out to him. But he told, I told him, I'm like, yeah, the cop was in the way. He goes, you know why they're here? I'm like, well, no, what happened? He goes, the guy that tested before you went and took his road test. He pulled in and he hit a car with the trailer.
Jesus.
He's like, yeah.
I'm sure he didn't pass.
No, probably not. I think he's got to come back again. But
Probably an insurance claim if he's got insurance.
I'm sure it happens there more than we even know.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm sure the cops have to scratch their head like, well, how do we ticket this?
There's probably one that just patrols the block.
Yeah.
You know. Don't even go far.
Yeah.
Just give it an hour.
Yeah.
You know. Come on back.
Yeah, just there's a Subway at that place too. Just hang
Oh,
out,
perfect.
have some coffee and whatever.
There's some cookies there.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear to God, they put cocaine in those cookies.
Oh.
They're amazing.
Yes, yes.
You can't just have one.
No.
And that's the shitty part. I mean, I don't need more than one. Hell, I don't even need one, but
No, but
so good.
I'll try anything twice.
Will you now?
Well, most anything. But
That's a conversation for another time, I think. Geoff.
yeah, we'll hold off on that.
Are you? I haven't seen you for a while.
Yep.
You still working for the co-op?
Nope. I left.
No.
Nope. So I left there in right about Labor Day. I think September 2nd was my last day, and started working on combines is kind of my main forte, and I'll work on some older tractors and stuff too. 4440s, kind of that area. Doing.
Yeah, 70s and 80s.
Oh yeah.
And earlier probably.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Still the sound guards.
Oh yeah. But kind of some odd jobs here and there, but mostly combines is what I do. I mean, I got.
So you're gonna open an ag shop or something
Yep.
for combines?
Yep. So I'm hoping by sometime here in the next year be breaking ground for a shop, and
Cool.
I already put in a gravel pad there. I bought my grandma's place, so put in a gravel pad, and after shop sky rise, they just kind of started doing things that I could afford at the time with dirt work and gravel,
Yeah.
and just figured kind of start off there and slowly keep moving.
In the way inflation is, it's probably really expensive to build.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, it's insane. And
So when you're thinking about building a shop like that,
yep.
are you thinking like you can fit 2 combines at once?
Yeah.
One at a time?
No, I'm thinking I want to set it up so at least I can have 2. Because if you're waiting on parts for one, you can jump over.
Tear into the other.
Yeah, exactly. And it's getting to the point now too. I don't want a big shop would be awesome, super big, but I don't really want to have more than 2 projects at a time.
You don't want like 100 by 200. huge
Yeah,
shop?
yeah, because we're gonna have shit laying everywhere, and it's gonna
That's
take
the
a while.
problem.
Yeah,
It all gets cluttered.
right.
you know?
Well, and it's like, okay, I know I got to get this done, so I got to get this one finished up, buttoned up, moved out. We can pull that one in, finish this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm
Are
hoping.
you going to do things like planters and tillage equipment and stuff like
I'll
that?
probably start dabbling into stuff like that. Just kind of don't really get into the electronics on things as much. I can kind of figure it out if I have to. But
No,
more
but like, rebuilding planters
Right.
or drills.
wear parts or whatever,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So we'll kind of get into that.
Good for you.
Yeah, started doing
big step.
Started doing custom anhydrous application too.
Sweet.
So yeah,
So what do you have for that?
I got a 24 knife blue jet bar, and
What are you pulling that bad boy with? Takes a little horsepower.
yeah, I got a buddy of mine and my brother. They farm together. They got a 9620 John Deere. So
Oh, cool.
I was actually trying to find a tractor before the season started, but with equipment prices and everything else, just like a shed was just getting outrageous, and it was really.
Well, everything's outrageous.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just farming community.
Oh yeah,
Go price a new truck.
yeah, exactly.
It's just go to the grocery store.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
At least for now, fuel seems to be
coming back.
trending in the right direction.
Right. But so, yeah, looked for a tractor. I didn't want to rush it. I just said forget it. And then, my friend Carl called me, and he, like I said, he farms with my brother, and he goes, "We only have 200-300 acres to rip, so why don't you just use this?" And and I
Yeah.
used it the year before too, but I just, I didn't want to be a bother because it really sucks borrowing stuff from friends. I don't have a problem with it, but I just feel bad if anything happens, and just
Yeah, because then you're like, well, I was using it.
yeah.
I feel obligated to fix it.
Right.
And if it's something major, you still feel obligated to help.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. And
Where if it's your own, it's like, well, it's my bill.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
shit happens.
Yep. So no, we're getting. I mean, it's coming along nice now, and yeah, I think next year we'll probably get something going for that, and yeah.
Well, don't rush it.
No,
You
exactly.
know, I mean,
Uh,
when you're buying an expensive piece of equipment like that,
right.
the way that I've learned, being a salesman, being a farmer,
Yep.
is start looking early, start looking often.
Yep.
Make sure that this is my budget.
Right.
I'm not going to go a penny over that, regardless if whatever the situation may be.
Yep.
You know, I can spend X amount of dollars and that's it.
Right.
So maybe find something $10,000 less than that just
Right.
to start, or 5,000 or whatever your number is, and start from there and then fluctuate either way.
Which you were in the equipment business too. I mean, the deals are out there, but you gotta stay on top of it because they're gone within a day or two. You know,
They usually are.
and that's where you got to put your feelers out to your salesmen and
Big
all
time.
that because they know what's coming in and everything else. You know, so
And these bigger auction sites,
yeah,
you don't find deals there.
no,
You just don't.
and it used to be the auction was where you found the deal, and that's
In today's world, that's not the same.
No,
I mean,
no.
you just think about, I'm going to use their name,
Right.
Sullivan's.
oh yeah,
They're huge.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all over the place. Their auctions are all online.
Yeah.
So you can bid from anywhere in the world
well, like
on that piece of equipment.
like I said, how short this is getting, like how short a time it is too, where these pop up and go away. I think that's why these auction prices are getting where they are because people have a month to look at this stuff and check it out before.
Yeah.
I mean, so they know what they're getting. They can
Well,
actually
the other
look.
thing is, I tell everybody, start looking at dealers' lots.
Yeah.
Because if they're overpriced on something, it's going to sit and sit and sit and sit.
Right.
And guess what? Now they're willing to wheel
Yeah,
a deal
'cause
on
they
it.
need to move
so
this
you
and-
might get a better deal
Exactly.
getting a piece of equipment that's sitting on a dealer's lot,
Right.
compared to an auction that's just popping up in 2 months.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So you got to keep your eyes open
Yeah.
in every direction
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're looking for equipment.
No, and it's just hard to, as a deal pops up, to buy something sight unseen. I mean, I drove to Iowa to look at a 9400 John Deere, and guy had a ton of pictures, looked good, a little higher hour, could use some waxing and everything else.
What's higher hour?
I guess this was about 7,000, 7,500, but for what I was gonna do, I was hoping. I don't think I was gonna wear it out.
And those old, 9,000 series, they've had issues.
Oh yeah.
With the high lows.
Yep.
A head engine heads on them.
Yep. Injector cups. I mean.
Ask me how I know.
yeah. You do. You guys got one. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. But
And this fall, it got a high low on it.
yeah. It's just. But no, I got out there, and Renee was with me, my girlfriend, and we went and
You guys have been together how long ago?
8 years now.
Nice.
Yeah, she's a good girl. But no, we got out there, and I told her, or she,
8 years. Still ain't married.
we're working on it.
Teach me your ways. Kidding, honey.
Yeah, love you. But so we get out there though, and she goes, "It doesn't look right." Well, we'll look at it. We've driven, we drove 7 hours out here. And guy talked to me. He's like, "All right, I'll let you look at it. I'm gonna get going. Call me if you have any questions." I'm like, "All right." It's kind of weird, but whatever.
See ya.
Yeah, I mean the right. First thing I seen is left front tire on the frame. There's a gobble weld. I mean, that tall on it. Like, and he told, and then after that, started looking at center pins and everything else. He told me it was all rebuilt. I started the thing, went and drove it, and I told Renee.
She a little wobbly.
I told Renee, I said, just watch it. I'd get going and kind of hit the brake a little bit. That thing came in and went up. Like, yeah, there's.
Totally not rebuilt.
Yeah, no, I don't think they touched anything. And the guy didn't have it listed. I put a thing out saying I was looking for a tractor. And he said, well, I have this one. So,
Yeah.
so it's like, well, this guy doesn't have to sell it, so it can't be that bad. But
Right. And then at the end of the day, 7 hours is not that far.
No. And-
Yeah, you blew a day and a half or 2 days or whatever.
Right,
But
but
just think of how close you got with your girlfriend.
it was amazing. It was a Sunday, and we left at 3 in the morning, I believe. I could be wrong, maybe 4. But you get on 90. You ever been on 990 going to Chicago at 4 in the morning on a Sunday?
There's nobody
It's
there.
the most eerie feeling in the world.
It's the same thing as like a Saturday evening coming back.
Oh yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, but you almost really want to speed, but it's like I know that cop's gonna see the one car that's doing 90.
Yeah, it's a different story when there's 700,000 of
Yeah,
you
yeah.
driving on
Yeah,
there.
I can tuck back behind a van trailer. That's how I dodge tolls. They can't catch my license plate if I'm on a van trailer's bumper.
IDOT, if you need the man, call me.
Yeah. What?
I know where he lives.
What's your license plate number?
I have no idea. Take a picture of it on your way out.
Yeah, it's this man right here.
Sure was. Beard and all.
Yeah. But no, things are going good. I've been detailing tractors too. That's kind of my new thing, buffing paint and stuff, bringing back old paint, and that's been kind of taking off here now too. And
are you doing that just like on the older style tractors or
anything?
You don't give a shit?
It don't matter anything. I prefer tractors just because that's what I like. I don't get excited working on vehicles, that's why your brother's here.
Just take it to him.
Yeah,
He's right down the road.
yeah. But no, I've been doing that quite a bit, and it's pretty rewarding and
Good.
Yeah, I like it.
That's
it.
awesome,
So,
man. I like to see people go off and do their own thing and be successful at it.
No, it gets scary at times, but I mean,
well, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Whenever you decide to change careers, change jobs, whatever, there's
there's
always that nervous part of you, like, did I make the right decision?
Right.
Did I do right?
Exactly. Exactly.
I just think that we as farm kids learn to, if we got to work later at night to get it done,
that's
what
you
we're going to do. If we got to get up earlier tomorrow morning to finish the job, that's what we got to do.
Yep. Yeah.
We might not like it.
No. Yeah.
But we know if it needs to get done, it's going to get done.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, a little bit that I farm too, I love working at the DeLong company. They were always great to me and stuff. That's where I worked before. But you get done spraying at 9, 10 at night, and I got to go field cultivate yet, And then you're out there running until 1, 2 in the morning, and then you're up at 5 again. And
it wears you out.
It does. But it is one of those things too, and I'm sure you get into that. But once you get in that rhythm of getting up, you're fine. But you get a rain day or a rain weekend, it's hard to recover.
See, I don't get rain days. I get rain weekends.
Yeah.
Because, just like you had a full-time job.
Right.
So, no matter what,
right,
Monday through Friday,
your
ass was up, out the door, and going to make your boss happy.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you wanted to do it or not.
Yep, exactly.
I can't tell you how many times I was like, get up, and I go, I'd rather go to the farm, or I'd rather be in Hawaii sipping on a pina colada.
Yep.
I don't want to go, but
no,
you got bills to pay.
Yeah.
So get up, go get your job done.
Yep.
Then go do what you want to do.
Yep. No, and it is an eye opener once you're self-employed. Kind of like, it's up to me. I can't.
You're the only one to blame.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're the only one to take pride in everything that you do.
I know. My new boss is such an asshole.
So is the peon, right?
Yeah. No slack for anyone. Very disciplined.
As you're here on a Wednesday night drinking beer with me.
Well, he said it was okay this time, so.
Tell the president thanks.
Yeah. But once I did it, it was I felt so much better, and I was so much happier to go. Even the worst job I could do, I was still happy that I was on my own.
Well, you're doing it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not making whatever X amount of dollars you were making working for the man.
Right.
You're doing it for you.
Yeah, exactly. And,
So that corner of shit over there needs to be cleaned up.
Right.
It's going to look nicer when my customers come in.
Yeah.
So it's going to make me happy doing it.
Exactly. And the biggest thing that I learned too, even on the mechanic aspect, is it does suck. It does suck sometimes. You could have a 8-hour workday, but you might only have 7 to 5 hours actually working on putting the hours in on that machine because, I don't have these, and especially starting out new, it'll get better, but, I don't have this tool, or I don't have these supplies, so now that's on my own dime. Here I am running to Napa or the hardware store or wherever, but...
Wherever.
Yeah, but...
But once you get established, then
Yeah.
you can have your bolt collection that you need,
Yeah.
and your hose clamp collection, and
Exactly.
blah 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 blah.
No.
And then if you work on a lot of specific series combines,
Right.
then you can say, hey, I know I'm going to go through some of these. I know I'm going to go through some
Oh
of those.
yeah. You got it in
know,
stock, and you're.
You can put it right on your shelf, and then, that was right.
Yeah.
Walk right over to the shelf and grab it.
No, and it's just growing pains. You just.
It's starting out.
Yeah. Everybody goes through it, and yeah.
I mean,
and
just think about it. How long have you been here tonight? We've been working on this stupid goddamn podcast to finally get it to work.
well, I've been pretty. I grew up with a lot of impatient people in my life, and
You and I both.
yeah, I never really wanted to be like that. I get it when stuff needs to happen, but this wasn't a big deal.
Well, thank you for being patient.
No, it's
I
not.
don't know what the hell. I don't know what I did or what I didn't do, but
Yeah.
it seems to be working now. So
Yeah,
I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. It's
Yeah, patience is definitely a virtue,
it is. It is.
and I'm learning that more and more.
Oh yeah,
The older I get. I mean, I'm only 34.
Right.
But still, the older that I'm getting, the more I realize that if you have patience, you can work anywhere,
oh yeah.
do anything.
Yep. No. And
Because impatience, it doesn't accomplish anything.
right, exactly.
It just gets anxiety going and it gets your blood flowing,
Yep.
but it doesn't accomplish nothing.
Right, exactly. And it's all about your priorities and stuff. Where you just
Absolutely.
you got to learn when to say, I can't make it to do this because I have to figure this out and I have to get
Yep.
this done.
Yep.
Just you got to give some to get some.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
but yeah.
Is there a certain part of your new adventure that you're looking forward to?
A new shop would be nice. The big blue shop outside, you can fit a lot in it. And
But it's pretty cold in the winter
is.
and it's pretty warm in the summer.
it is. And
That air conditioning in the wintertime just is
yeah.
top notch.
You have an air conditioned shop?
Every winter. Have you thought about size, shape,
Yeah.
triangle shape?
Yeah, we were thinking pyramid, but yeah,
Nice.
but
The eighth wonder of the world.
yes, but no, I've been thinking do 60 feet wide, probably 64 deep, or 64
That should be
deep.
fine.
And I figure at least if you had the width set, you can always add on to that, but at least get your width set, and then
Yeah.
you can go from there.
Agreed.
But at least with that, I think that'd be a good
Well, you never
start.
know. I mean, 10 years down the road, you may need to hire somebody or
Right.
whatever the case may be and go, I don't have enough room.
Right, exactly.
Bust that wall out,
Yeah,
put another 60 feet on,
yeah.
and move on with life.
Yeah, but yeah, so thinking about doing that, probably 24-foot wide door. Probably I want to be 20-foot walls, which it seems excessive, but
Well,
I mean,
in today's world, I mean, there's combines that don't fit through 16-foot doors
right.
anymore.
Well, how tall is your machine shed out here? I mean,
Yeah, it's a little guy.
yeah. I mean, back in the day though, that was probably
I think we can fit the 9400 in, but just
yeah.
like the exhaust is like not quite hitting, but just
Yeah. No, and
so I think that's what 13 foot.
yeah, probably.
And
like my neighbor across from me, John Albrecht, his grandfather Willie Randall. I remember back in the day, my dad told me when he built his shop, there was 16-foot walls, and we're talking 50 years ago, and everybody thought he was nuts. Well, they're still pulling in newer equipment through there today, and it's a 50-year-old shop that's still, he's probably got another, that shop could probably last him another 10, 15 years of or more if things don't get taller,
Well, I mean, just because new equipment comes out and gets taller doesn't mean we're ever going to own new equipment.
Right. And like I talked to one salesman for pole buildings and stuff. He goes, "Well, you're only legal till like what's legal power line height, like
I don't even
13.8 or whatever." But I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
like
14.8.
or 14.8. He's like, you'd be fine with 16-foot walls and make it cheaper. I'm like, well, it still doesn't matter. All this shit's gonna unfold a lot bigger than what it is too. It's not a whole lot of fun to work on something folded up and
No.
can't get at it, you know.
No.
And
I mean, I don't necessarily see things getting taller. I mean, as
Yeah.
far as combine wise goes,
but
or tractors for that matter.
no, and I think we'll be at a standstill, but I think eventually things will, you know,
I think it's gonna get longer or
probably.
wider.
Yeah, yeah. When I get my Nexat combine, you ever see those yet?
The what?
Those Nexat machines? So I guess I got them overseas, but you have a combine unit to set on it. It's on tracks, and then you can put a sprayer, planter, everything. But like that,
Right on the frame, then.
Yeah.
So it's like a frame, and you can interchange things on
yeah.
it.
So it's like a new age uni, but doesn't suck.
Hey, they were products of their time when they were made.
They were, but no, the cab.
But you're right, they still suck.
Oh yeah, the cab sits off to the side though, and you can run like the corn head, the whole combine and everything is the whole width of the machine. So if you have a 16-foot corn head or 16-row corn head, it's
16 feet wide.
the whole harvester, grain tank, everything is 16 feet wide, and the cab sits off to the side. Then you hook on to your sprayer.
I think I have
Yeah.
seen that now that you
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
think there's a bunch of shit on YouTube on that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I can't afford one, but I
could
want
have
one.
one.
that's the way to go. But
Do you know Josh Pierce? Dan Pierce.
okay.
Dan Pierce.
Yeah, I've met him. He's kind of an acquaintance, but yeah.
Yeah. He's got this. Have you seen my Snapchat with that extendable
Oh, yes.
saw on the end?
Yes.
That is a cool machine.
Yes. I totally agree. But
Yeah, he bought it to do farm fields and stuff like that, and come to find out, a lot of townships,
oh yeah.
cities are hiring him to go down and take out stretches of tree branches that are overgrown or whatever the case
Oh,
may be.
yeah.
That is a cool machine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be so dangerous with that thing. Just there wouldn't be anything left in sight when I'm
Well, that's the so it's the way that it works is it's attached to the cab.
Okay.
And it pivots, just say, to a 35-degree angle.
Yep.
So you can only get stuff at a 35-degree angle.
Okay.
From here to here.
Yep.
One way or the other.
Yep.
And that thing extends out like 70 feet.
No shit.
It's a fiberglass telescoping tube.
No kidding.
Not steel.
Yeah.
Nothing. Because if you get close to power lines, fiberglass doesn't conduct electricity.
No. Yeah.
So
exactly.
it is brilliant.
Oh yeah.
And it's got a 24-inch saw blade on the end of that.
No kidding.
It is cool. Man, is it cool.
Yeah. It's better. My township back in the day, I remember as a kid, they had a boom mower on the side of a 4630 for ditches. They had that thing up in the trees, hitting it with a township truck behind with a snowplow, just pushing them in the ditch off to the
I
side.
mean, you got to do what you got to do,
You do, but oh man, I'm
Come
sure.
on.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise
Yeah,
me.
we were the armpit of Boone County for a while. So.
Still? Or
They've gotten a lot better. They got a new commissioner. They're doing well. And yeah, but
yeah, they still make those boom mowers that go on the side that you can trim trees and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I don't think this one was designed for that.
No, I'm sure not.
But yeah, no.
I think it's Alamo. Alamo
Okay.
makes a mower that gets put on the side of a tractor, and they add a bunch of weights, and it's got a big arm that reaches out
Yep.
that can take care of all that shrubbery shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. But
So I mean, there's still a need for that.
oh yeah.
Just not
You're,
necessarily in right here.
you ever watch those guys that go along the power lines of the helicopters and they got the blades hanging down?
Them are cool.
Yeah. I'd.
Sketchy.
Oh my god. I'd catch a crosswind and cutting out the power.
Put her right into the power line.
Yeah, the town's out of power today because.
Well, thank God for insurance.
Yeah.
Dude, those are cool.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like what, 5 huge blades
Yeah.
on those?
Yeah.
I wondered how that's run.
I think they have an engine on the unit itself.
You'd have to.
Yeah, because I think they just fire it up, and I don't know if they have Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
but how would you fire that up?
I'm not sure if they.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, theoretically, you're going to hook it onto the helicopter. You're going to go up in the air. You're going to have it running at that point.
Well, I think they do.
Really?
Yeah. So I think.
I didn't know if they, once they got it in the
Well,
air, then they, you know.
Yeah. Got my Briggs and Stratton out here with a guy out on the landing gear.
It's a cold.
Yeah. Set the choke halfway. That's a sweet spot. Let it go.
That's how my damn generator is.
Yeah.
Half throttle.
Yeah, that's it.
perfect.
That's all you get. Start smoking blue, you just reach out and
Yep, you just or turn the fuel off just a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
You know? Finicky little bitch. You know.
But I'm sure they got an oh shit button in the cab where Yeah.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, those are cool machines.
Oh yeah.
That would be. I'd like to ride one.
Oh yeah. I would too.
I mean, if I ever got the opportunity to do that, I'd be like,
Yeah.
yep.
Even
Tell me what day I got to take off of work. I'll call in sick. And we'll just go get that done.
even crop dusting, I'd like to just ride once.
Those guys are ballsy.
It's cool though.
It is cool.
I think the TikToks are probably just where I need to be though. I don't need to hop in a plane with them, but
So would you do a plane or a helicopter?
I think I'd do a plane.
I think I'd do a plane too.
At least if the plane, if something happens, you have somewhat of a chance to land this thing. A helicopter, once it quits, yeah, you're down.
Tailspin.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
They both would suck.
yeah, maybe.
crash.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to fly or to
Yeah.
run, but to crash, they both would
Oh
suck.
yeah, When I was at DeLong's, they had the one guy that they hired. I know he ended up going down in the field. Well, he ran out of fuel, and I guess they told him. They said, yeah, the fuel gauge wasn't working for a while, but we just filled it up every morning.
Because that makes it
Yeah,
right.
but yeah,
And I guess when it comes to spraying in a helicopter, it's not a matter of if you go down, it's a matter of when.
yeah.
So, I mean, they're just known to happen.
Right. And like I started studying into this just because it's neat, but
It's cool.
yeah, they said the biggest problem that they ever have is dead trees, because you can't they camouflage so well you can't see them.
Oh, that's a point.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Power lines, of course, but dead trees.
Yeah,
is
but
a big-
power lines you can see when you're coming up to the road.
Yeah, you kind of
You know,
circle it and
kind
map
of
it.
go around them a little bit.
Yeah, but
But dead trees, that'd be a bitch.
oh yeah, for sure. And around these parts, we got plenty of trees.
No. You got dead trees?
Oh, I got all sorts of trees. Come get whatever you want.
I'd like to take a moment and talk to you about Savvy Crafts. Savvy Crafts is a small business with anything with crafts. As far as sewing goes, like remembrance bears and pocket pillows, and she can do laminate things too, like t-shirts like the one I'm wearing, or even these awesome koozies that she made for me. So check her out, savvycrafts6@gmail.com. That's SAVVY crafts, the number 6 at gmail.com. Thanks.
Should we talk about your sponsor also?
Yep.
Yeah.
The commercial that you just heard is going to be of that.
Yes.
So yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She can do just about anything you want.
Well,
She's got it. You know, she can sew, laminate. I mean,
it's not your mom, is it?
no, it's not. It's actually not. I mean, I'm sure she probably could, to be honest. But it's not her. No, it's my best friend's wife, which she's turned into be one of my best friends too.
Yeah.
And she's super creative. Like, I get a little jealous of people like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that way.
No, some people just got that knack to
They
them.
just got it.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How can you do all that? You know? How does the creativity pop off
I
to
know.
just, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then do it.
Yeah.
You know? My mom watches a lot of them. You brought it up. My mom watches a lot of those property housing flips, you know, and how they redo a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, if you would buy a house and it was a piece of shit, you just call her. She'd be like, "Oh, I got all sorts of ideas. Let me just see the layout. Let me see what colors are here.
Yeah.
We'll make our own.
Yeah.
No big deal." She would handle it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like this place, you know, when I was remodeling a whole bunch of stuff in here with my best friend and his wife,
Yeah.
she was like, "Hey, maybe you ought to just do this or do that," you know, just making subtle pointers, you know?
Yeah.
And some of them turned out great.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, "Mom, you got a knack for this. You're in the wrong business," you know?
Oh, it's like my mom. She's an incredible painter inside. Like, yeah, there isn't a drop of paint anywhere.
Anywhere?
No.
And it's
no.
all probably even, too.
Yeah,
right?
it'll be done in hours and be totally different.
And she enjoys that?
She does.
Good for
So,
her.
yeah. She would, I mean, like, we've looked at houses in the past that I'd be interested in. Oh, I don't like that color. I'm like, just paint it. I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm fine with it, but if that's what you want, that's...
Well, I'm half colorblind.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So...
When we were going to paint that wall over there, she was like, "What color do you want to do? You want like this one or this one?" And I just looked at her and went, "Oh,
it's the same.
you're going to leave it up to me? Do it. You know,
if you
I
can't,
trust your judgment."
if you can't tell, it looks really nice.
Well, thank you. Thank them.
Yeah.
I mean, I did give the final go, so
Yeah.
it's a nice gray wall.
Yeah. Where they ran out over there and started with that other color, it looks really good if you
Perfect.
can tell. So.
Can't tell from here. I bought a snowmobile one time, and so go over, look at it, trust the guy. Yep, buy it. So I buy it, bring it home, put it in the shed, ran good. I'm like, "Yeah, let's go snowmobiling." And my buddy goes, "It's a nice purple sled you bought." I'm like, "What? Purple? It's black." He's like, No, it's definitely purple." Bought a purple sled. Still beat a lot of people in it.
Yeah.
It was a fun one.
I sold my sled a couple of years ago. It's one of those things that sounds really cool right now, and then after a while, it's kind of I only put 100 miles on this thing.
Around here, it's tough.
It is.
You know,
It is.
We just, it seems like every year we're getting less and less snow.
Yeah.
And now you live 4 hours north of here.
Yeah. Makes
All
total
day long.
sense.
Or if you're going to take a lot of trips up there,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
then I totally see it.
Right.
But other than that, if you just want to ride around here, ditch bomb and field bomb and take some trails, it's, you know, a month and a half out of the year.
We'll go buy a $2,000 sled and
beat the shit out
yeah,
of it.
because we don't want to have too much wrapped up in this.
No. No, and when it breaks, we're going to figure out a way to fix it cheap and move on.
I know. I remember my dad talking back in the day when John Deere sleds and stuff, they just started becoming big.
The old Spitfire.
Oh, yeah. He had a liquefier. He had what was JDX 8 or 600s, all that. But,
God, I can't even remember most of them.
but we had a John Deere snowmobile dealer right up by us.
Oh, nice.
Well, it was before my time, I should say. But yeah, it was.
When he was a kid.
Yeah, it was only a few miles down the road. Well, right at Teddy Peterson's shop there.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's right on State Line then.
Yeah, right at Knutson's
Gotcha.
there. They sold lawn and garden, John Deere stuff, and then John Deere snowmobiles was their big thing. back
Gotcha.
then. But
I didn't know there was a dealer there.
yeah, yep. That first building when you pull in there to the left, that was the dealer.
Wow.
For a long time. Yeah.
God, I did not know that.
Yep. But
That's pretty cool. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool history there.
oh yeah. You ever go on that vintage aerial and look at the old aerial?
You know, I've spent a little time on it.
Yeah.
I don't spend a ton of it.
It's
but
it's
pretty neat though to see, you know, some of the things that you remember that aren't there anymore.
Oh yeah,
You know.
I mean, like, and it takes a while to picture it. And then you're like, oh yeah, okay, so this is here and that's there. But
Yep.
yeah, it's insane. But no, that place back in the day though, you went back and looked, and it was amazing
No
what it looked
kidding.
like. Yeah, it was neat setup back then. But,
Is that what you're gonna do?
uh,
Have a little dealer outside your place when you get your shop built?
yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna sell though.
I mean,
I can't afford a John Deere dealership, and
Why not?
well, I don't have.
You just got to buy like 5 of them.
Yeah, that's
No biggie.
Yeah, I yeah, I don't even think that's going to be the magic number anymore. But
No, not the way it sounded. It's like double digits.
yeah,
You know.
yeah,
I don't know how DeKalb's going to do yet, but
right.
because there's what 4,
I think only 3.
3.
I believe, yeah, but
It's
yeah.
hard to stay competitive.
It is.
You know,
It really is.
Just because you don't get the big discounts, you don't get the
Yeah.
inventory that you need compared to these other dealers that they have.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you'll see a Sloan's truck beating up and down the road all day, bringing shit back and forth all the time. But which is good for us in a way, but
it's good for the consumer.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But it kind of sucks too. You look at the old single stores that did, they made a living and everybody did well, but it's just.
There is something in relationships too. You know,
Totally agree.
it's not all about price,
No.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's good to have those people that you can trust and they trust you,
Yep.
and you know that they're not going to feed you full of shit. They're going to tell you exactly how it is. I
Yeah.
mean, go into a car dealership and they're going to feed you full of shit every
Right.
second that they have
Right.
because that's their job.
Yep.
But in ag, it's different, and I don't know.
Well,
why.
you're going to need the service. I mean,
Well, let me rephrase that. It's different for some consumers.
yes, exactly.
Some consumers base off of price, and that is it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and then you got the relationships, and then
Right.
you have the business-oriented side. There's another one that I'm missing, but you know, if you're one of those business or relationship people, you care about your 1-store, 2-store, 3-store dealer because they've treated you well this whole time.
Right.
That's what you want to stay with.
No, I mean, just like where I buy my tires all the time, they may not be the cheapest all the time, but I know I get good service when I go there. I know, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yep.
I'll pay a little more for service and to be
Absolutely.
taken care of at the end
I agree.
of it. And yeah, I've had a lot of family that's done business there, and it's just, it works out good for everybody.
That's
And,
that's awesome.
yeah.
You know, because it's good to have. You know, it's like both my brothers. You know,
Yeah.
in their businesses, they might not be the cheapest, but you know damn well they're going to do their very best
Oh, yeah.
to make you happy as their customer.
Yeah.
You know.
No, and you could call either one of them tomorrow and say, hey, I got a problem with this. And
And they'll be there.
they're going to be right there and it's
You know.
going to get resolved.
And you get some of these bigger companies, it's not that way.
No.
Well, you have to email us or you have to send in your complaint or whatever.
Right.
Where these guys, you call them up and say, hey, you know, you were supposed to fix the steering pump on my truck.
Right.
It's leaking still.
Yep.
Bring it in. We'll take care of it.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Or the other brother, you know, hey, I bought seed from you and I have a terrible stand.
Right.
You know, all right, I'll go out and take a look at it, see what we
Right.
got going on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're there for you.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Nope.
And that means something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
That means something.
Oh, yeah.
You don't go to Walmart and get yourself a nice head of lettuce and bring it home and cut it open. It's rotten. And you could call somebody and say, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
You got to take it back and go,
Yeah. I wasted more money in fuel getting here,
Exactly.
but just to prove to you that we have a problem.
yeah, because you wouldn't take my word over the phone.
Yeah.
You know, I totally get it.
Yep.
I totally get it.
For sure.
And that's the one thing I do miss about, you know, being a salesman in the ag industry is I do miss my great customers.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I do miss the hell out of them. I
Yeah.
hope they're all doing well.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to all you guys. You rock.
No. And even leaving retail, you know, I was just an applicator, but still the people that I met was, it's nice to build that relationship. And
Yep, I totally agree.
Yep.
It's now there's also a very big pro of not being there, and that's dealing with everybody else.
yeah, yep.
You know, people are tough.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the COVID world has made it worse,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Okay.
Well, because before people could walk into your store, shop, talk,
Yeah.
have a conversation. once COVID happened, then it was like everybody was
Right.
closed off to the world, and everything was online shopping.
Right.
And the need for a salesman or a salesperson was not available because
Right.
one, you didn't have the product. Two, the price was out there online, and so if you went the cheapest price, you were out.
Right.
You know, and if you didn't have the product, why am I calling you?
Right.
You know, and it made people less patient.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
And that makes it. That made. I mean,
When was the last time you've been to a mall?
oh,
I mean,
pre COVID-19 by
I
years.
bet it's been 6-7 years since I've been in a mall.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking the same thing.
I've heard of people that have gone to malls now, and they're like, "Yeah, everything's pretty much gone." Like,
Really?
yeah. There's not a whole lot there, but
That sucks.
which I already hate making returns as it is. I really would hate to order anything and then try to have to return it and ship it back and everything else. It's just so much worse.
What's this off of Amazon?
Yeah,
So easy.
yeah. Which I don't mess with it as much as I should, but yeah,
Well, when you get your new business up and running,
yeah.
you might want to look into that a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Because it ships right to your door.
No, I agree, and I've done that with a few things, here and there that I really need. But yeah, but half the time too, though, like starting out is, well,
It's
I need it,
expensive.
that, and I need it now, so I got to go get it today, or
Agreed.
I'm not going to be able to do anything else, until that
Yeah,
point. But
you don't want to waste half the day away or
Right.
whatever the case may be.
Exactly. But and when I go somewhere else too, though, I'm more apt to buy more things because I walk past a lot of stuff. There's a reason.
Get Geoff into your convenience store and
Yeah.
look out.
There's a reason why they put milk in the back corner of a grocery store.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you got to go buy the Reese's peanut butter cups
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
the damn Bush lattes.
Yeah.
and
And then they funnel. It's just like cattle. They just funnel you right through and out, and
Before
Yeah.
you know it, you're like, God, that was $120.
I know.
I have 3 bags.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah. For sure.
I guess that's the funny part, about being in a small town like where we're at, is because you don't necessarily have all the shopping options
Right.
that people that are in a city of 30, 40, 50,000 people have.
Right.
You go to my little town and you have one option,
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, you drive in 30, 40 minutes in any direction, you got a ton of options.
Right.
But
Your
you're going
town.
to drive 30, 40 minutes in
Your
any
town's big
direction.
enough for a Walmart. That is impressive.
Well,
But
you guys have a phenomenal taco restaurant.
we do.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
that's just what I'm saying.
I know. That's about all that's left.
Well, you got a couple bars.
uh,
A bar.
a bar.
Couple.
Yeah.
Couple.
But yeah, that's true.
You have a grocery store.
Well, yeah, over on 76, but
Yeah.
that's like
That counts.
still a ways away from the original downtown. But
Well, yeah,
but yeah, I suppose it's there. So
it's 5 minutes from the original downtown.
right. But still 5 minutes more. I gotta go.
I don't shop at Walmart usually.
Yeah, I don't either.
I try to go to Meijer or Aldi's or something like
Right.
that. I like Meijer. I really like Meijer.
Yeah.
I know some of their stuff's probably a little more expensive than Walmart or Aldi, but God,
Right.
it's such a nice store. It really is. You spend much time in them?
No, not at all.
Go spend. Next time you need groceries, just run over to Love's Park.
I end up buying way more shit than what I even need, so I just
Trust me. You're
leave
gonna
it
be
up to
like,
whoever.
you're gonna spend an hour in there and go, oh my God, I gotta go, but I'm coming back.
Yeah,
I didn't see that whole section over there.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Well, at least at Harvard you have a Walmart. You got a ton of fast food restaurants too.
Yeah,
That
we
was-
do.
That was always a plus.
It's a good town.
That's why I
overall.
loved. That's why I loved working at Books. Was we were going to eat junk food every day, but there's about 20 fast food restaurants we could pick from. So
Yeah, there's too many.
yeah,
There's too many. We need some more solidifiable things.
Yeah.
Like a grocery store.
Yeah.
A Myers or an Aldi. That'd be awesome.
yeah. You do have a Tractor Supply though. So
We do.
Yeah, that does
Yeah.
help. That does help.
It's not quite Fleet Farm,
No.
but it's close.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, close enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you a fan of Fleet Farm or do you like Farm and Fleet better?
I like Fleet Farm.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm kind of the opposite.
Yeah?
And
I mean,
know.
I think in the realm of things, they're super similar.
Yeah, and I've given it enough chances, and I just thought I was just mad because I didn't know where everything was at, like I do Farm and Fleet. You know, you can walk
Yeah,
in and
different aisles.
yeah,
and-
yeah, but no, they got a good selection there, but it just I don't know. I can't bring myself to it yet.
Well, you
But-
grew up with Farm and Fleet.
Right. But Farm and
So-
Fleet now is even changing everything, like changing how everything is.
No.
Yeah, yeah. And I hate it. I want it to be the same. Because I knew where everything was at.
Geoff, are you hard with change?
Yes and no, but it was just so convenient because I knew what to do, where to go, everything else. Why?
It's like when Walmart changes everything around, or your favorite store changes
Right.
everything around. You like walk in, like, well, I guess I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna be 30 minutes late. 'cause
Right.
I don't know where shit is in here.
Well, at least like Farm and Fleet, every store was just mirrored. So
Yeah.
But you knew where everything was. It was just either flip flopped if you went here. Or
Yeah, it was
where-
either you walk in and okay, lawn
Yeah.
and gardens that way and automotive's that way.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. But
Yeah, I'm a big. I like Fleet Farm.
yeah,
Fleet Farm's got they got a huge variety of stuff. They might not
Yeah.
have everything you need, but
I wish they would.
it's a big store.
I know. I just wish it just makes me mad because like tools and all that is on one side, but then you have automotive all the way on the other.
It's like, come on.
Yeah, let's just group this together.
Let's
but
put all the shit here. Put your clothes all over there.
Oh,
your
yeah.
Boots in the far section. Your outdoor lawn and garden / horse and everything
Yeah.
over there, and call it a day.
Right. At least Farm and Fleet was just kind of clothes start here to seasonal to
Toyland.
Yeah,
They do have Toyland.
I do love Toyland.
Who
Yeah,
doesn't love Toyland?
I know.
30, 40 years old. I'm like, ooh, Toyland.
Yeah, you get the catalog. You write your name next to it. Write your initial next to it. This is what I.
Circle the
yeah,
picture.
this is what I want. Yeah.
Except none of those were $40 billion.
Yeah, I know.
Damn
I know. They don't have all the cool stuff like what we did either, though. Like,
We had it made when we were kids.
well, they had farm toys galore, which is all I cared about. You know.
I still think they got a pretty good selection, though, don't they?
Yeah, it's just not as good. It's more.
Oh,
of
you're
a-
talking more plastic.
Yeah. But yeah, back then you could get your 16 scale fully steel tractors. You
Those
know
were
that.
cool.
Yeah. But yeah, not the same.
Well, times are changing.
I know.
You know, companies are trying to figure out a way to make things cheaper and
Mm-hmm.
still
Right.
keep the same product.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget. Dad worked for Chrysler for 30 years, and don't quote me on exactly what I'm going to say, but it's something close. They had to add a spring or a clip or something to the turn signals on one of the cars that they were building, and they said it cost a penny. It's too much money. They wouldn't do it. They would wait for all the recalls to come out, then they will do it.
Really.
1 penny. Because of the amount of cars they were putting out.
Right.
They were like, 1 penny's too much money.
No kidding.
No kidding. So,
That would just seem like a fraction in our eyes, but yeah.
I mean, well, I also heard that McDonald's used to have the McDouble.
Yeah.
They used to put 2 slices of cheese.
Yeah. It's only one now.
It's only 1 now.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they saved millions of dollars by taking away that 1 slice cheese.
Oh yeah. And you know how much they charge you for that extra one? Because I make sure I still get it.
I have no idea.
It was 27 cents. Well, that was 3-4 years ago.
So that was probably
Because that's when they
cents.
came. That's when they came out with the McDouble over the double cheeseburger, and I'm like, "Oh, what's the difference?" And they told me, "Oh, it's a slice of cheese." Well,
Throw that sliced cheese on
yeah,
there.
what's the fun in that? Like, I guess I'll pay 50 cents by the time I get 2 of them and a medium fry. And
I'm just saying, like, who
Yeah.
would have thought one slice of cheese would have saved that company millions of dollars?
oh yeah,
You know.
yeah,
So I mean, when you think about the absolute huge amount of money or product that they put out, 1 penny save a ton of money.
yeah.
You know.
But I don't like it still.
Wow. Yeah. I don't think I like it a whole lot either.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Oh man, yeah. But,
that's the way it goes sometimes, you know.
totally.
I don't know. I still think I understand change is inevitable.
Yeah.
And I understand that companies need to find ways to cheapen their product
Right.
to help the consumer.
Right.
But
But don't make the product cheap. Make it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then you can say, well, that's why we're shipping that job overseas.
Right. Exactly.
Is that the right way to do it?
No. Which. Nope. Totally agree there.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah. It just sucks. It's kind of like how we need to make microchips now. You know.
Yeah.
For all these trucks that sit in cars and everything else, but
It's
yeah,
I don't get it all.
yeah, but
I'm not a CEO or a manager of a major company.
No.
You know, so I'll let them make those decisions and hope they're making the right ones for us.
yep.
You know. Well, Geoff, we've been
All right.
talking almost an hour.
Oh,
Well
wow.
over an hour, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Goes quick.
It does. It does.
What do you say we wrap this baby up,
Sounds good.
and then we'll have to have you back.
Oh
This
yeah.
has been great. It's been
well,
a good time.
I'll be back.
All
I'll be
right,
back. So-
perfect. Thanks for coming, dude.
Yep. Thank you.